60%. That's how hard Tesla's UK sales crashed in July. Only 987 new cars left showrooms, a breathtaking collapse from last year's 2,462. Yet Britain's appetite for battery electrics actually grew, with overall BEV registrations ticking up more than 9%. Shoppers didn't ditch EVs, they simply sidestepped the Tesla logo. Into that vacuum roared China's BYD. Its deliveries quadrupled to 3,184 vehicles, enough to eclipse the once dominant American upstart on its own turf. And the pain stretches far beyond one island. German buyers registered 55% fewer Teslas than a year ago, signaling a Europe-wide unravelling of Musk's momentum. Investors had banked on a mid-cycle Model Y refresh to stem the spiral, but the numbers read like a gusher. If Tesla can lose share while the electric pie keeps expanding, has the Pioneer lost its magic touch? The bigger twist, though, isn't Tesla's fall. Think of BYD as China's answer to both Tesla and Toyota. It began as a battery supplier, now builds everything in-house, from semiconductors to its trademark blade packs, then passes the savings straight to customers. That's how the Dolphin hatch lands at just over $33,000, nearly $20,000 below a base-spec Tesla Model 3, around $53,000. Even the larger Atto 3 crossover and sleek Seal sedan undercut their Tesla equivalents by solid five-figure margins while offering leather-trimmed cabins, heat pump climate control, and 7-year warranties that comparison shopping families love. Price isn't the only draw. BYD stitched together a 30-plus dealer network across Britain in under 18 months, offering same-day test drives while Tesla's studio-only model can feel thin outside major cities. Add vivid paint options, TikTok viral interiors, and the bragging rights of a blade battery tough enough to survive an axe strike, and the Build Your Dreams badge suddenly feels fresh rather than foreign. No surprise July registrations quadrupled, vaulting past Tesla in a single leap. Yet sticker shock is just chapter 1. A subtler shift in buyer sentiment is brewing. Tesla's image now travels at the speed of social media. When Elon Musk fires off a late-night post, it reaches millions before the next traffic light turns green, an advantage that keeps the brand in every feed, but it cuts both ways. A recent UK survey found roughly 60% of shoppers hesitate to pick a Tesla because of the CEO's larger-than-life reputation, even as loyal owners praise his relentless push for over-the-air updates and supercharger build-outs. The mixed feelings show up in the numbers. July registrations slid in France, Sweden, and the Netherlands, yet Tesla still commands almost half of the US EV market and remains the benchmark for range and nationwide fast charging. In short, the persona keeps Tesla top of mind, yet for buyers who want a quieter badge, alternatives have never been more tempting. Germany's July registration ledger reads like a changing of the guard. The battery electric segment jumped 58% year-on-year to about 48,600 cars, yet Tesla booked only 1,110 new plates, down 55% and its weakest month since 2021. Those missing orders didn't evaporate. Many resurfaced under Chinese badges. BYD registered 1,126 vehicles, nearly 5 times last year's figure, edging past Tesla for the month. German shoppers cite price parity with conventional midsize sedans, 7-year warranties, and quick delivery windows as irresistible, especially while established brands remain months away from their own, about $29,000 EVs. Tesla still offers the densest ultra-fast charging network on the Autobahn and class-leading range, but July's data show that value-driven buyers will trade superchargers for savings. As more competitively priced imports clear EU approval, the question isn't whether competition will intensify, it's how Tesla will recalibrate to keep pace. While Tesla fine-tunes its current lineup, a parade of newcomers priced below $30,000 is queuing for Europe. Volkswagen's ID.2 All leads the charge, a polo-sized runabout targeting roughly 280 miles of range for under $29,000 when it reaches showrooms in 2025. Hot on its heels is the retro-styled Renault 5 E-Tech, promising up to 250 miles, bi-directional charging, and a launch sticker near $33K. Citroën has already opened orders for its EC3 at about $27,000, with a pared-back 200-kilometer, 124-mile version arriving next year at around $23,000. Chinese brands are in the mix too. BYD's Dolphin Surf, Europe's spin on the runaway Seagull, lands this autumn at under $23,000, yet still packs a 200-plus mile battery and that 7-year warranty. For households watching budgets, that value cocktail is hard to resist. Tesla's long-rumored low-cost model would meet these challengers head-on, but with that project still under wraps, the affordable EV spotlight belongs to someone else, at least for now. Tesla's budget model hasn't vanished. Its countdown simply reset. Internally dubbed Model 2 or Model Q, it rides a next-gen platform that merges dozens of metal parts into a single gigacasting, aiming to push the sticker under $29,000. Early roadmaps suggested late 2025 production, but spring briefings shifted focus to perfecting a driverless cybercab first. Suppliers now pencil volume launch no earlier than 2026, especially after Tesla paused work on its Mexico Gigafactory and prioritized battery cell ramp-ups in Texas and Berlin. Yet July brought a glimmer of hope. Tesla confirmed pilot builds in Austin to validate the new assembly process. Executives insist they can hit high-volume output within 18 months of a green light, and that one architecture will underpin both an affordable hatch and the fully autonomous robo-taxi. For brand loyalists, price relief is still coming, just on a stretched timeline. Meanwhile, Tesla is betting refreshed Model 3 and Model Y updates will keep buyers in the ecosystem until those white-body prototypes roll into showrooms. Tesla's next growth spurt is pinned to software, not sheet metal. The company is widening its robo-taxi pilot in Austin this month and scouting the San Francisco Bay Area as the next test bed. Inside each vehicle runs the latest full self-driving FSD stack, an upgrade that still costs US buyers about $12,000 upfront, and Chinese owners roughly $8,800. Critics call that steep when rivals such as BYD bundle advanced driver assistance at no extra charge, yet Tesla argues its fleet learning advantage will pay off once cars begin earning money as driverless cabs. That conviction has reshaped priorities. Internal roadmaps now slot the autonomous cybercab ahead of the sub-$30K hatch, and suppliers were told major volumes won't arrive until 2026, so engineers can perfect the shared platform's robo-driver first. July brought a small win. Pilot builds of the new architecture began in Austin to validate gigacasting and unboxed final assembly. Executives maintain that once the process is signed off, production can scale in 18 months, meaning autonomy could move from demo to dollars before the decade's close. Europe's rulebook is shifting almost as fast as the market itself. In mid-July, the UK rolled out a £650 million or $845 million electric car grant, dangling up to £3,750 off any EV priced below £37,000. Great on paper, except only 4 starter models, all Citroëns, cleared the paperwork on day one, leaving shoppers guessing whether their preferred car will qualify. Some buyers are pausing orders until the approved list widens, muting demand for pricier cars while giving sub-$30K newcomers extra buzz. On the continent, uncertainty comes from import duties. Since October 2024, the EU has levied countervailing tariffs of 17 to 19% on Chinese-built EVs, yet negotiations this spring floated the idea of replacing those levies with a minimum price agreement. Until policymakers decide, BYD and other exporters face a moving cost base, while European brands debate whether to match price cuts or wait for relief. The net effect, incentives and tariffs are creating pockets of stop-and-go demand. Companies nimble enough to adjust pricing or localize assembly stand to scoop up sales every time the rules reset, while shoppers watch for the moment the spreadsheet finally lines up in their favor. Fast forward 18 months, and the European EV board could look very different. Scenario 1. Full-blown price war. Tesla taps Berlin's second casting line and shaves another $2,000 off Model 3 or Model Y, while Berlin-built Model 2 shells reach showrooms at roughly $27,000. BYD, fresh from its new Hungarian plant, counters with locally assembled Dolphins and Seal compacts, trimmed of import duties and starting below $25,000. Margins shrink, market share shuffles weekly, and value hunters win big. Scenario 2. Localization strain. The EU and China replace the current 17 to 19% tariff with a minimum price pact, blunting the need for factory gate discounts. BYD's Hungarian output stays modest, tens of thousands in year one, while Tesla focuses on scaling its unboxed assembly in Berlin and Austin without a ruinous race to the bottom. Prices stabilize, but the competitive gap now revolves around software and charging ecosystems rather than sticker shock. Scenario 3. Brand rebound. Tesla's affordable hatch finally lands late 2026 alongside a commercially proven robo-taxi service in 2 European cities, restoring the pioneer glow. BYD still grabs budget shoppers, yet Tesla regains momentum by pairing autopilot as a service with a continent-wide supercharger retrofit for CCS cars, turning its network into a profit center. In this version, volume rivals parity, but Tesla's ancillary revenue keeps investors smiling. Which path plays out will hinge on factory ramp speeds, EU-China talks, and whether consumers still view range and charging speed as ace cards once every showroom sports a sub-$30,000 plug-in. The only certainty, Europe's EV chessboard is about to enter its fastest phase yet. Tesla's share slide, BYD's pricing blitz, the sub-30K stampede, and the looming Model 2 all point to one thing. The next 18 months will reshape what we expect an electric car to cost and who we expect to build it. If Tesla cracks gigacasting at scale while robo-taxis prove their worth, the brand could roar back with an unbeatable combo of price, range, and self-driving income. If rivals localize fast and EU tariffs stay high, Chinese and European newcomers may lock in the value crown before Tesla's affordable hatch even lands. Either way, the winner will be the shopper who's been waiting for true mass market pricing, and the viewer savvy enough to track these moves in real time. So here's the challenge. Which scenario feels most likely to you? Price war, localization strain, or brand rebound? Drop your take below. Smash that like button if this breakdown saved you hours of research, and subscribe so you don't miss our deep dive on whatever headline drops next. Because in this race, the story can flip faster than a supercharger session.